Hey y'all, and welcome back. Well, I should almost say welcome myself back. Sorry, I have been gone for a little bit of time. During the month of November, it's always so hectic. First off, I was sick for a bit, so I didn't want, coughing, sneezing, and blowing my nose. I didn't want to have to deal with any of that while trying to do videos for y'all. So I took some time for there, and I got some research done on a few of the other little videos I've been planning and everything. So that did help with that, but I do apologize for not being here for it. I have a few other things too that I ended up doing during the month of November too that I want to go into, and some experiences I've had while I've been gone, but I thought I'd rather go ahead and do little separate videos for those. So while y'all are waiting on those, I do have another reaction to the Slapped Ham video titled "The Creepy Footage Flooding Your Friend's Feed." Let's see what type of creepy footage we can get into with this one here. Y'all ready? Let's dive on in.
Y'all, I don't know who she playing with, but it's an invisible person, and they're tickling her.
Recently, a mother named Trinity Johnson shared some unsettling home video footage that's left viewers questioning what exactly her young daughter was interacting with.
And I pray so much, it can't be no bad spirit in here. I pray so much over this house.
In the clip, captured by Trinity's mum, the toddler is seen staring intently into an empty space, clearly amused and giggling at something no one else can see.
She is really interacting. Oh my goodness.
Even stranger, the child appears to track this invisible presence with her eyes and eventually says "stop," as if a hidden playmate had been tickling her.
Stop.
Johnson shared the footage with the caption, "My mom recorded this video. What do you think I saw? I swear babies can see what we can't. My daughter spent a full minute playing with something and even said stop like it tickled her." The video quickly went viral, sparking intense speculation online. Many viewers believe that young children are more attuned to the paranormal world, able to perceive spirits and entities that adults cannot. For them, this footage is compelling evidence of a toddler genuinely interacting with an invisible, possibly supernatural presence.
Who is playing with my baby? Stop.
Now, this one, I like this one because it's really good. And also, you can tell too, because they do actually pan the camera to follow their daughter and everything, that there is nobody there that is in her eyesight outside of the camera angle. Because you saw as they pan towards the end of the video, they pan around following their little child, and you can see she's still acting like she's communicating and doing something with somebody. So this right here is a really good classic case of, a child and their imaginary friend, which none of us really know. Is it real or imagined, paranormally speaking? So, by all accounts, this little girl is interacting with someone, and we can't see. And you can tell that someone is close enough in terms that she's squirming and moving. She even physically says stop. And you could tell that would be close enough to be like in a terms of like maybe tickling her or something like that. So this one right here is really good. And you can't, at a child that age, no matter how much you try to put them in commercials and like as an extra in a movie or whatever, they don't know how to act. All it is natural. Most of the time when they use children in movies and stuff like that, especially that small, they're not acting, they're reacting to stuff. And so we can obviously see that this little girl is reacting to something, and you can tell that the something is within the camera angle because of how her movements were to try to get away and everything, but we don't see it. And that's the beauty of this right here, because I feel like this is a true paranormal encounter here. Just the simple fact that you can't really make this up. And there's like, it's not like the mother or and the like father. I believe there was a man in there too. That's probably her father or maybe an uncle, something. I don't know. They didn't specify. But they are talking to each other, and they're not really interacting with the child except like, oh my goodness, do you see what she's doing? And so this right here, I feel, is really authentic feeling to me. Just a simple fact of the actions of the child herself. Yeah, I mentioned imaginary friends and things like that. At that age, I'm pretty sure more than likely everybody has had an imaginary friend sometime in their life. And, it's always good. It's always interesting to speculate on, is it just something in their mind that they're playing with? Or is there really somebody there? Now, let me know what y'all think. Is there really, like, when it turns, not with this video, because this video right here seems like it's a pretty good evidence to a paranormal encounter. But what I'd like to know is, what do y'all think about imaginary friends? Is it a ghost? Or is it just something that our mind creates when we're small and we don't have social interaction with other children? Let me know what y'all think in the comments below, and let's move on to the next one.
I came across something that was really cool, and I feel like it sets this house apart.
Recently, TikTok user Paranormal Vibes shared an eerie video that's quickly leaving viewers thoroughly unsettled. The footage follows a homeowner named Eli who's renovating his newly acquired home.
The reason why I'm just now founding this crawl space is because of this drywall.
Eli investigates and discovers a hidden crawl space tucked away inside the walls of his home.
That's not the cool thing about it. And I want y'all to check this out.
That's when he begins to hear footsteps somewhere inside the house, even though he is home alone.
Found this extra space right here. You have a vent right there. I think I just heard some footsteps.
As Eli continues to film and search the area, something truly chilling happens.
This can't be a squatter.
An unsettling childlike giggle breaks the silence. Eli visibly panics, looking around frantically for the source of the sound. Just as he tries to calm himself, the crawl space door slowly swings open, completely on its own. The footage abruptly ends there, leaving viewers disturbed and desperate for answers. Commenters quickly began speculating online. Many believe the crawl space is haunted, possibly occupied by a ghostly presence or lingering residual energy from past inhabitants. So what exactly did Eli discover in his home's hidden crawl space? Is this authentic footage of genuine paranormal activity, or simply a clever hoax? As always, I'll leave that one up to you. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below.
Now, I really don't know what to make of this video right here. I mean, some of the things that he was saying just don't sound like words that would come out of the mouth of somebody who was putting on a hoax. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, he seems so excited about the crawl space, and he didn't know it was there until he moved the drywall and everything like that. And then, you know, him going through and talking about it and everything like that. Yeah, you know, it could be an elaborate hoax, and, you know, somebody messing with, or even somebody messing with him and everything like that, because he's excited, because he seems really excited about this house and everything, and the find of the crawl space. And, you know, somebody could be playing a joke on him and everything, but because some of the words he was saying to me, like, oh, that can't be a squatter, it's just sounded really weird. Most people's mind does not go to a squatter. That's one thing that's kind of thrown me off for this video, you know. It's really good. If it is a hoax, it's really good and really drawn out. As for the crawl space door opening, we didn't personally see him completely close it to the point where it would click into place. So that could have been done by the simple thing called gravity. There could be some weight to it where it can kind of, or, you know, like the floor is a bit uneven, so therefore it can slide back open again. So we don't know too much about that. That could be just something that's a natural occurrence with that. That could be one of the very reasons that person had drywalled it up in the first place. Or he could have just released the pantheon of evil, you know. That's another reason. That's like the classic horror movie reason why a crawl space is closed up or bricked up. That, or to hide what the main character's Jason Voorhees like brother or themselves are hiding in there. If y'all know what I mean, y'all know what I mean. So I really don't know. Could be a very elaborate hoax on this, or he could genuinely had some sort of encounter that caused enough fear in him for him to panic and just shut off the video. So, I mean, what do y'all think of this one right here? Y'all think it's real? Or do y'all think it's a good hoax that could fool a good bit of people? Let me know in the comments below, and let's move on.
Several weeks ago, content creator Khalil Underwood, who goes by the username Real Khalilu, shared some astonishing footage that's reignited the popular phenomenon of flying humanoid sightings.
Like it. Whoa. Let me see it. Dude, it looks like a dude in a suit. It looks like Iron Man.
Originally captured on August 9th, 2015 in California's majestic Sequoia National Park, the footage shows a tiny shape silently floating high above the landscape.
Might be the super people, Maldakians.
I don't know nothing about no Maldakians.
Witnesses on the scene quickly pointed a telescopic camera lens toward the mysterious figure, capturing a clearer view that revealed an unmistakably humanoid silhouette gliding effortlessly through the sky.
You're right. Okay.
And now is good.
Yeah,
Right
perfect.
middle.
Center.
It's long. It's whitish.
Does it look normal or does it look weird?
It looks weird. It's weird. You're high.
Am I crystal?
You're crystal. You're absolutely crystal.
The footage continues with eyewitnesses clearly baffled by the sight.
It's just like an astronaut in a spacesuit. I swear to God,
Astronaut
like
in a spacesuit.
like the Michelin Man.
What?
I'm not freaking kidding. That's the way it looks to me. Dude.
Flying humanoid sightings like this one are a popular subgenre within UFO and paranormal lore. Many viewers immediately speculated about what this figure could be, with theories ranging widely. Some commenters believed it to be extraterrestrial in nature, while others claimed it might be an angel or even a flying witch.
It's a person.
It's a person?
Yeah, arms are moving and dude, like
That's weird, man.
Skeptics were quick to offer more mundane explanations, suggesting it could simply be a stray balloon, drone, or even a paraglider viewed from a peculiar angle.
Heck no, it's not a cross. What is that?
Despite the range of theories, no definitive explanation has emerged, leaving this flying humanoid footage as one of those enduring mysteries that continues to puzzle and intrigue.
Dude, it looks like a dude in a suit. It looks like Iron Man.
Now, did any of y'all want to start like chuckling a little bit when he mentioned that it looked kind of like the Michelin Man? Because honestly, when I first saw this, that's what I thought of, was the Michelin Man. So, you know, I thought he hit the nail right on the head with that one. But that's besides the point. Now, I've seen a few of these videos before, including ones from Mexico and everything that was talking about the brujas, or in English, the witches, and they would be floating around and everything like that near Mexico and all that. But this here is a bit different than the ones I did see. This one does, like he said, look like the Michelin Man, but I can't. There's something off about it, just a little bit. I can't tell if this is kind of like a post-production video, you know, because honestly, it was just real choppy with the camera. Like whoever the cameraman was, you know, whoever was holding the camera, it just didn't hold real steady and everything like that. And just the fact that when he did hold steady, this really didn't move at all. I mean, that's more akin to something like a drone that can be stationary and things like that. So, I mean, a balloon would have floated away. You know, they made the suggestion of a balloon. A drone with something attached to it, kind of a little bit closer, because like I said, when he finally did get the camera kind of steady, it was standing still. So that does kind of tick off a box for me a little bit. And as for the paraglider at a different angle, now that just, if any of y'all ever been paragliding or saw paragliding in the act, there's constant movement. And when this camera was stationary, there was no movement for that. And it's not even like the person was parachuting, because you would also have that downward drop. It would be gliding down gently. This right here stayed stationary, so I found that a little strange. And what I also found a little strange, I don't know if it was just whatever the material that this thing was made of. It has a bit of a glossy tint to it, more like a silver metallic glint. Just the pink aura around it from when, you know, like the person finally steadied that camera. It was just had like this weird pink aura around it, kind of like it was shining a little bit more brightly. So it just really did not make sense to me, nor did I really personally see it moving its arms. The movement of the arms could be with the wind speed up that high altitude that this thing was at. So, but I didn't see any of that, and quite frankly, with that weird pink aura around it, it just feels like something that was edited into the video afterwards. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think this was just some post-production edit to add that little, we'll call him the Michelin Man, to add that Michelin Man in, or was this something that they saw and they just had no idea, that like it might have been something for advertisement, or something that the drone was carrying, or it had an odd shape? Let me know what y'all think, because I'm kind of almost leaning towards more of a post-production type thing. So let me know in the comments below what y'all think, and we'll move on to the next one.
Recently, the popular Instagram account Scary Encounter shared a chilling clip from Bali that's left viewers genuinely shocked and disturbed. Moments later, she does something truly shocking. The caption accompanying the video questions whether the woman is genuinely possessed by a demon or spirit, or if this is possibly part of some mysterious ritual. Such trance-like behavior is often interpreted as a sign of possession by demons or jinn in many cultures. The absence of further context in the clip has sparked widespread speculation among commenters, some believing this might indeed be evidence of paranormal activity. Others suggest it could simply be part of a cultural or religious ceremony, or even a carefully staged publicity stunt. As always, I'll leave it up to you to decide. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below.
Now, I tried to do some research for this one for y'all, but I mean, there's so many different festivals in Bali that deals with light and darkness, and judging by the apparel that the men are wearing and everything, you have the white and then you have the black, and then there's also the white and the checked. It comes out to like there's two of them. I really don't want to mispronounce the names and offend anyone, but there is one festival where it starts out, it's like a festival that they have before a day of silence to have reflection and things like that on, good and fortifying yourself against evil. And they also have a festival that celebrates where goodness triumphed over evil. And I just have a feeling that this is probably part of one of these festival ceremonies. I don't seriously think anything with possession or anything like this, because honestly, it looks more like it is a staged setup. I don't see her. There's a lot of things I was going through. I went down the rabbit hole on the internet with this one, where there was so many people talking about how she was being held down and that these people, she was trying to get away from these people. I mean, y'all can look at this video again. I've seen this one several times, actually trying to get information I needed to be able to pull up to see if I could spot the exact festival this was, and I couldn't. But there's so many people talking about how she was being held down and she was trying to get away from them. I did not see any of that in this video. And when I looked and delved into what they were talking about, this is the exact same video that popped up. So I really don't see how they came up with her trying to get away and that this was a possession. I feel more that this is just a stagecraft of the triumph of good over evil and things like that. I really don't feel that this was a possession. I feel like if it was a possession, there would have been a little bit more of a different responses and things like that. It just seemed everybody was like, oh, same old, same old. Do you all agree? Leave it in the comments below if you disagree. Anyway, let's move on to the next one, shall we?
Instagram user Sosamoff recently uploaded an eerie clip that's leaving viewers completely baffled. The video, shot at night time, shows a small group of men performing some kind of street entertainment or magic trick. However, as one man pulls his hand away, something genuinely bizarre occurs. The shadow doesn't follow suit. The footage abruptly ends, leaving viewers stunned and puzzled. So what exactly happened in this mysterious street performance? Was this an incredibly clever magic trick or evidence of something truly paranormal?
I don't know exactly how he did it. I'm not a magician, but if y'all want to kindly take a look at the shadows again, I did notice something that was pretty strange. Now, y'all see the gentleman who told the guy to, put his hand out and wave it around and everything like that to ensure that that was his shadow. Y'all notice he gripped the guy's finger, right? But if y'all look at the shadows are separated. So, in fact, it doesn't look as if these are the right shadows for the sort of movement that they're doing, if you know what I mean, because their hands looked separated. It looked more like he was just having his hand out and he wasn't even touching the other man's hand in the shadows. So, you know, there's a little bit of trickery with a lot of magicians, and they keep the secrets, you know, to themselves. I don't see this as being a demonic shadow figure or anything like that. Nothing extreme, of course. I feel like maybe there was somebody in maybe possibly one of the upper parts of the building that is, you know, that they're standing in front of, and everything is mainly a lot in the background of what we're seeing and everything. And it's just, it's a lot of it's not adding up, especially the shadows. I mean, y'all want to go back and pay attention to that one, be my guest. And y'all see too that the hands aren't connected whatsoever with the shadows. So this, you can tell, is a little bit of maybe light manipulation from up above, with somebody else having their hand kind of out, and then they move their hand like maybe a few seconds after the fact the other man had, and they all freaked out. That's just me. Let me know in the comments below what y'all think about it, and let's move on to the next.
Alright, come on, Lena.
Sticking with parlor tricks, Instagram user Kimberkiss Cosmic Queen has shared a nostalgic yet genuinely astonishing video that has everyone reminiscing about classic childhood games.
Here, on his legs. No, right here, Lena. On his thighs. Just 2 fingers. You're gonna try to lift them. Ready?
Initially, the group attempts to lift him, only to fail spectacularly as he proves far too heavy to raise even a few inches.
Alright, now.
Determined to try again, the group performs a ritual. Each person places their hands above one another, concentrating their collective energy and intention.
Don't touch. Feel anything, David? Yes, I do. Hold on, stop. Hold it here. No, stop. Hold it here. Let it tinkle.
When they make their second attempt, something remarkable happens.
Let go. Babe, Lena, me. Alright, go under his legs, Lena. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
The group effortlessly lifts the man high above their heads, much to everyone's astonishment, including the man himself.
Alright, go under his legs, Lena. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
The trick showcased here is a popular childhood game known as Light as a Feather, Stiff as a Board. Often played at sleepovers or gatherings, the game relies heavily on group synchronization, even weight distribution, and collective coordination. When participants simultaneously lift at precisely the same moment, the weight of the person is evenly distributed, making it feel remarkably effortless. From a physics standpoint, this perfectly timed lift creates the illusion of reduced weight, allowing even heavy individuals to be lifted with surprising ease. While initially this video appears genuinely supernatural, there's actually a scientific and rational explanation behind it. Did you ever try this childhood trick, or do you think there could be something more mysterious at play here? Let me know down in the comments.
Go under his legs, Lena. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Well, since Kellen did take the fun out of debunking this video, I will say, as a child growing up, I did play this a lot on when I would go to sleepovers and everything, especially at my cousin's house and everything. So, I mean, I understand exactly. It does seem really, really creepy when you do it. But if everybody's working together at the same time, it evenly distributes the weight of a person, and you can pick them up with ease. We used to do it all the time, having the person lay down on the ground and everything, and you'd have a couple of people on, like, you'd have maybe about 6 people and everything. You have 2 on one side, 2 on the other, 1 at the head and 1 at the foot. And then you would be, you know, chanting light as a feather, stiff as a board, light as a feather, stiff as a board. And then you would be gradually bringing them up while you were doing it. And it was just kind of a weird, creepy thing. It would always be kind of give you goosebumps when you try to do it, especially as a child, and you see yours working, and it's like, oh my goodness. But then when you have physics class and everything like that in high school, you realize, oh, I was just a dumb kid. I thought that was something magical and everything, but it was actually science you were proving. So, you know, he took the fun out of trying to debunk this one, but you know what, I'll give it to him. At least he did bring up this. There's a lot of times where a lot of people would try to go off onto the strangeness and create it into something that's totally not. So let's move on to the next one, shall we?
Instagram user Jesus the Living Son reposted a weird clip that's quickly making waves online, sparking intense speculation about telekinesis and superhuman abilities. In this strange footage, filmed at a small-town beauty pageant, contestants are seen casually walking the catwalk, everything seemingly normal. That is until one young girl steps forward. Remarkably, at the very instant she lifts and waves her hands, the entire stand collapses backward, sending the spectators tumbling off their seats in shock. Viewers quickly noted how deliberate the girl's movement seems, with the timing perfectly coinciding with the collapse, raising immediate questions about whether she somehow caused the incident through telekinesis or another mysterious power. While skeptics are quick to dismiss it as nothing more than an extraordinary coincidence, many others are left genuinely questioning the possibility of superhuman abilities caught on camera.
Now, this one I had to watch a couple of times just simply because I'm just trying to figure out how people could think telekinesis when you had a good 10 to 15 people on closer to one end of that, as he called it, like he was calling it like a bench or something like that, you know, the stands and everything. It looked, to me, looked like a smaller kind of like, you know how y'all see at parks and stuff where they don't want you to get in a grass area. They put like small posts, and on the post like a small like little fence type thing. That's what it kind of almost reminded me of a bit, and a lot of people just sitting on that. And I just think when people think telekinesis and everything, I'm just thinking, have they ever heard of weight distribution? I mean, come on, that you had so many people on such a kind of a thinnish board that, of course, after a long period of time of so many people, like that much weight sitting on it, it's bound to crack. And it didn't look like maybe they would have had it oiled or anything like that. It just looked, you know, like they kind of built it up to make a little, like, kind of stage and set up everything for the children to do their little pageant and everything. So I'm just wondering, like, how old was that setup that they had? And, you know, how much moisture, humidity, or, you know, how many dry seasons it's been in. Of course, you know, going from wet to dry, it's going to start kind of making a wood, especially dead wood, because obviously it's not still attached to the tree, so it's going to be dead wood. How long it takes, you know, for that to break down and wear down, it's going to, you know, eventually it'll break. I mean, y'all seen anybody live on a farm and you have to change the fence and everything like that, especially some of the wooden posts, because, you know, termites or weather have eroded the fence post and everything, especially if it's made of wood. And you have to sit there because of the tension and everything. It'll break it down, and it just sometimes wood will disintegrate. This here wasn't at the disintegration stage, but it seemed like it was at a breaking point, especially with the amount of weight that was centered to one side as opposed to the other. So I think it was just a coincidence on when she did this. What do y'all think? Leave the comments below.
There was this Ouija board, the old kids' Ouija board thing. I said, we gotta throw this thing out. Let's get rid of it, burn it.
A resurfaced clip from a 1987 episode of The Oprah Winfrey Show has sent chills down viewers' spines once again, featuring actress Goldie Hawn recalling a bizarre encounter with a Ouija board.
Now I'm inside, I'm like screaming. They don't know what's happening here because they can't see the board.
It all began one night in the mid-1980s when Horn was relaxing at home with her partner, actor Kurt Russell, enjoying a few glasses of wine. As the evening wore on, the couple noticed their children's old Ouija board sitting unused and decided, half-jokingly, to give it one last try before tossing it out.
There was this Ouija board, the old kids' Ouija board thing. I said, we gotta throw this thing out. Let's get rid of it, burn it. But before we do, why don't we try it?
Despite Russell being a skeptic, he agreed to participate, and together with their nanny and friend, they began a Ouija board session. Blindfolded and unable to see the board, Russell and the nanny moved the planchette while Horn carefully recorded the letters. Horn opened with a question.
I said, who is with us now? Said, new baby Russell.
No.
And I just told him, and I get the chills just thinking about it.
Shockingly, the planchette spelled out, clearly and chillingly, new baby Russell.
I said, who is with us now? Said, new baby Russell.
No.
And I just told him, and I get the chills just thinking about it.
At this point, Horn had 2 children, Oliver and Kate Hudson, from a previous relationship and was not yet pregnant with her 3rd child. Intrigued and slightly frightened, Horn continued asking questions, receiving direct, eerie responses.
And it said, yes. I said, do you know what you want to be? It spelled out happy. I said, who is willing you in?
The entity claimed it wanted to be happy, and even named Oliver, her young son, as the one willing it into their lives.
I mean, no, it's not O, maybe L. It was O-L-I-V-E-R.
As if on cue, Oliver awoke suddenly from a nightmare and rushed downstairs, clearly shaken.
With that, Oliver woke up. Comes running downstairs. It was like 2 in the morning. Mom, he said, I'm scared. He woke up. He had some weird thing happen to his sleeping nightmare. I put him back up to bed. Came back to the board. Suddenly I said, do you know that you're coming to me? Yes. Bye, bye, mommy. Off the board.
Incredibly, months later, the board's prediction became reality. On July 10th, 1986, Goldie Horn gave birth to her son, Wyatt Russell. The emotional connection between Oliver and Wyatt, as described by Horn, only reinforced the mysterious accuracy of the Ouija board's prediction. Since resurfacing online, the story has captured imaginations and sparked debate among paranormal enthusiasts. Many consider this account compelling evidence of communication from beyond, suggesting that Ouija boards can genuinely tap into the spirit world and foretell future events. So what really happened during Goldie Horn's eerie Ouija board encounter? Did she genuinely communicate with an unseen presence, or could this have been a remarkable coincidence? As always, I'll leave it up to you to decide. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below.
I said, who is with us now? Said, new baby Russell.
No.
And I just told him, and I get the chills just thinking.
And with this clip, it is the end of our episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I will get more out, and hopefully I will, weather permitting, that I don't get sick again, I will be uploading more on the regular for things. I mean, like I told y'all before, I do have a few things coming up. I do have one video already set. I'm just having a little trouble trying to get, just ironing out a few details with the editing and all. So it should be out hopefully pretty soon. And like I say, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. If you did, like and subscribe. And now let's get on to this last little clip. You know, I have heard of this instance before. I heard this story before. Actually, I think I might have seen that episode of Oprah that Goldie Hawn is on. And you know, I always thought that was like, oh wow, you know, that is so cool. She was able to talk to her baby before the baby was even born, you know. And you know, it's gotten me to think, a lot of people would think that they could just automatically go onto a Ouija board and start just automatically getting tapped in, so to say. But a lot of this stuff, especially talking boards, dowsing rods, you need the intention, and you need to have a clear mind. Like, you can't sit there and think, oh yeah, I'm gonna be making such and such for dinner when we're done with this, or I want to go and watch this movie. No, you have to have a clear mind and clear intentions when using devices to communicate with the spirit world, so to say. You can't come in there thinking everything's... you can come in with a healthy bit of skepticism, but you can't come in it like it's a joke, and you can't come in there with, other thoughts in your head. You have to have the intent there. And I know from what I've seen and heard in interviews with Goldie Hawn, she is a person who would take something like this a bit more seriously than other people. Obviously, you see some celebrities who, I'm not trying to sit there and knock them or anything like that, but there's some that would, kind of fake the enthusiasm and everything. But she's always been a person who's worn her emotions on her sleeve, from what I've seen in interviews, and it seems like a real genuine person. And the intent to be able to communicate and speak to something from an otherworldly plane would be something that she could easily tap into. Y'all know what I'm saying? You can't come at it with other thoughts in your mind. You have to have a clear, concise intent. Otherwise, you're not going to get anything, or you could also be in a world of trouble, if y'all know what I mean. So, take it with what y'all think it would be, but, I do believe this one, out of majority of the ones that we have seen with slapped ham videos and everything like that, this is one of the more legitimate ones I've seen. I believe this episode that we've done is probably one of the ones that had the most possible paranormal experiences and encounters than some of the other ones have been. So, you can take that for what it is, but I think this one was actually a pretty good one. I didn't see anything that was a creepy footage that would be flooding your friend's feed and everything, but it was pretty interesting to look at. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. Like I said, this is the end of the episode, and I'll see y'all next time. Like and subscribe.